Welcome everybody to episode of the Cool Interviews. Got a big guest on today, Brayden Robinson, out of the 2026 class, wide receiver out of Red Oak High School in Red Oak, Texas. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing good, man. So first question, just getting right into it. Like, what got you into football? Like, just to start it all off. Like, what got you into football?
I would say my dad. My dad been a high school coach since I was born, and just watching him coach people as I'm growing up just made me fall in love with the game. And he played football, went pro, went to college, and all that, and just helped me have a love for the game.
For sure. And then at what age did you start playing football, or was it like, what sport did you play first? Was there another sport before football?
I think I played soccer and baseball before I played football. I started playing football when I was around like 5 or 6, I would say.
Okay. Did you start as a wide receiver when you started playing football, or what position did you start as, if you can remember?
Actually, I played quarterback and running back.
Throwing dimes?
Yeah, I was more of a runner, but I could throw when I had to.
Okay, now getting into like some of your recruitment process. Like, when did you get your first offer? Like, where were you at when that happened? Like, how was it like a big surprise to you, or did you kind of had a feeling that school was gonna offer you at that point?
It surprised me completely. It was the first time I went to my trainer, D-Rob. He had a camp that day, and I was out there bonding out against a whole bunch of older guys when I was in 7th grade, no, 8th grade, and Coach O, he's not in North Texas, but he showed me a DM on Twitter and asked me, do I have any offers? I said, no, sir. And then he told me what now I do from the University of Infinite Word.
Awesome.
So yeah, that was the first one.
That's awesome. In 8th grade? That's crazy.
8th grade, yeah.
That's awesome. Not many people get offered in middle school. That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Now getting farther in your recruitment process, though, like, how has your recruitment process been as a whole so far for you?
It's been amazing. Just going one day at a time, trying to think about it too much. Just trying to perfect my craft every day, whether that's on the field or off the field. But I know whether the schools come in early and offer me or wait till I get a bit older, it's probably just going to be the same for me. Just keep working.
For sure. When you go on visits, though, like, what are the main things that you're looking for in a school that make them the perfect fit or the right fit for you?
Well, first is always education. That's probably the biggest thing. But at the same time, I want to run track when I get to college. So making sure the programs I do go visit, the coaches I do talk to, that will allow me to run track when I do get to school. It's really just about the environment, too. Like where the school is, weather, and all this. But really just if I can run track, the education and how fast I can build a relationship with the coaches and my teammates that I will have in the future.
Absolutely. Now, when you were growing up, going back to that a little bit, like, who are the guys that you really like looked up to when you were watching the game as a kid? Like, what were the wide receivers or just like football players in general that inspired you to want to be better every day?
DeAnthony Thomas, Tavon Austin, Jalen Darden, Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill, Ezekiel Elliott, I used to play running back, Saquon Barkley. Really anybody you can think of that's fast. I just try to pick up things they do. Of course, I can't forget about Odell Beckham Jr. He started the wave.
Yeah.
Me trying to play receiver.
For sure.
So yeah, that's about it.
When you're not playing football, though, like, what can people catch you doing? Like, what are your favorite activities or hobbies you got outside of football?
I like listening to music a lot. But most of the time you will catch me working out. I really don't know how to chill.
Absolutely.
Probably a bad thing, but
yeah,
I can't be bored for too long.
Yeah.
But yeah, this year I'm trying to start getting more involved with community work, just doing stuff outside of sports, just help my community out, and just trying to help out younger kids to get a better understanding of like what's the right things to do, what's the wrong things to do.
Absolutely.
So I'm just trying to get more into community work this year.
Absolutely, man. Hey, the grind, man, never stops, man. Hey.
Thanks.
Hey, man. You got to be on it. All right. I ask this question every single interview. Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
I'll go. Yeah, it's not bad, but
Yes.
I just wouldn't just get it every time. That's
Okay.
maybe like a once a year type of thing.
Okay. Hey, man. Hey, if you know, you know. That's all I gotta say
Yeah,
about that one. If you know, you know. But
yeah.
favorite food though. Favorite food you got all time. You can't live without it. One food you eat for the rest of your life. What do you got?
I gotta go seafood because I can't go
Seafood.
wrong with a seafood boil. It's probably my go-to meal if I had a choice every day.
Absolutely. If someone were to
Yeah.
come to Red Oak, your hometown, like what are the top three places that they have to slide to?
I'll say Wicked Chicken.
Mm.
Not everybody knows about it, but it's
Yeah.
probably one of the best chicken spots in Dallas. Underrated in my opinion. If you go there, get the chicken and waffles.
Okay.
Hits every time. Make sure you
Okay.
get you a brisk lemonade.
Okay.
Um, what else we got out here? Of course you gotta start by the schools.
Mm.
They're pretty big. Facilities need a little bit of work, but it's coming over time. What else? I guess you can go to Watson Park. It's a lot of space out there if you want to have like good time with your family and friends.
For sure. All right, you said you're big into music. You like listening to music a lot in your free time. If I were to pass you the aux, what are you playing?
My go-to is Lil Baby for sure.
Little baby.
I might put on a little bit of Future, Drake,
Mm.
depending how I'm feeling at the time.
For sure. Now
Yeah.
getting back into football a little bit, like what does your pregame meal and pregame routine look like for you?
All right. So we start the day. Well, I'll go to Thursday first. So Thursday we have our team dinners and we have our team bonding time before game day. So we really just stay after school prior to like 8 o'clock, just eating, chilling, having a good time with everybody. Then that morning, we always have donuts.
Mm.
And then we go through our walkthroughs that same day, get our uniforms and all that. Then I go through 3 or 4 of my classes. Then during our lunchtime, I go down to the field house, get compression on my legs, just make sure everything's right physically. And then, depending if it's a away or home game, I'll come down after school, make sure I get locked in, make sure everything's prepared. I like to get kind of, it depends what kind of game it is. If I know it's like a really big game, I'm all to myself, quiet, just locked in, listen to my music, go to the game plan.
For sure.
But if I know we got the game in the bag, I'm going to be a little bit more hype.
Yeah.
And just being more freely with my teammates.
Yeah, for sure. Now, what is your favorite part, like, even being, like, a wide receiver, like, the game as a whole? Like, what is your favorite part about playing football?
I'll probably say the bonds with football. Like, you meet people from, like, your middle school days or high school days that last forever. And but playing the game of football, I mean, I just want to get the ball in my hands and run, to be honest with you.
For sure. But you were talking about earlier how you want to do more community stuff, help the younger generation of football players and the youth come up. Like, if you had to give the younger generation and the upcoming generation of football players a piece of advice that's guided you to where you've been or where you're at right now, like, what would you say to them?
I would say patience, because you see there's a few guys that out here pulling offers 7th, 8th grade, and it's all good, but most of the offers don't really count until your junior year.
For sure.
Because I had a hard time with that, understand that too. Like, I want everything like to come right now, because I feel like I was worthy of getting offers at that time. But I would just say just being patient, just playing the game and having fun. Because really, if you're having fun with the game, you're doing the best you can. All that stuff's gonna come later. But just taking it every moment. Don't just dwell on I'm just playing football so I can get offered. Just have fun, like with your brothers, and enjoy playing the game. That's pretty much it.
For sure. Hey, man, I appreciate you coming on today, man. If you want to shout anybody out, go ahead, man.
I gotta give a shout out to my head coach, my dad, Coach Robinson. Because he just became my head coach not too long ago. So it's been a good experience so far, something we dreamed of since I was younger. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Hey, man, if you guys want to follow him on Instagram at quick6_, go follow him on Instagram. Hey, man, appreciate you, Brayden Robinson, for coming on today. It was a pleasure having you on. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
No problem.